Hello everyone, and we have someone to welcome you all. Mahi, say hi to everyone. Say hi to everyone. People are there to meet you. Aha! Yes. Good evening, everyone. Shall we start, or shall I wait for a couple of more minutes? So she's my new puppy, golden retriever. Her name is Mahi. And today we are going to talk about the toilet training. And Mahi is perfect example on how to start the toilet training process, how to get a better results with this process, because a lot of time we see that puppies come for adoption, or they are sent back to the breeder or sent back to the foster caregiver, because sometimes the people can't manage with the toilet habits. So why it is necessary to train your dog or train your puppy for better toilet habits. So we are going to start with that. And yeah, so today I'm going to talk all alone, so I might get lost a bit, but please bear with me. So let's continue now. I think we have enough people to with us. So oh my god, okay. So here we start with the toilet training with the puppies. Uh, when the puppies are born, the first lesson that the mother teaches them is to clean to keep their area and to keep their den clean. And how she does it is by she will lick all her puppies, and she will consume the body waste. She will consume the pee and poo in the first few weeks. And once the puppy starts walking, then she starts gradually pushing them a little away from the sleeping area. And that's the first lesson the puppy gets, that not to maze, not to soil the area where they are sleeping, where they are eating. So that's how it goes. And the similar lesson we have to follow with our puppies also. As soon as they come to our place, we have to guide them with the better habits. So the how it actually happens when the puppies are growing with the mother. So as I said, that initially she will eat their pee and poo, and she will make sure that the den is clean. And the basic reason of doing this is to keep the predators, keep the threat away from her resting area, which will also give her safety to the puppies. So let's go with that. uh, so when you get a puppy at home, which is usually anytime after 8 weeks, or anytime after 2 weeks, 2 months of their age. So as soon as the puppy comes home, before that your rule book has to be ready, whether you want to train your puppy with the hard methods or with the soft methods. Because once your rule book is ready, then it becomes very easy for the entire family member, as well as to the puppy, to follow the toilet training rules. We have one question coming. Many people don't take their dog out for house till 2-3 months vaccine. Okay, I'll come to that question in a while. So just let's continue with the topic flow, and then you will get the answer. So as soon as the puppy comes home, before that you have to, as I said, before that you have to set up your own rule book, and you have to keep a place ready where you are okay if your puppy is going to pee and poo. So in the first couple of weeks, till the vaccinations are not over, you can start gradual process with the toilet training. You can make your desired area. You can place a paper. You can place a pee pad also, newspaper or pee pad also. And every time the puppy gets up, you can take your puppy. You can encourage the puppy to come onto the newspaper. You can encourage your puppy to come onto pee pad, and then because it's very natural for the puppy to relieve as soon as they get up, as soon as they finish their meal. Sometimes between the game also, sometimes while playing also, the puppy will wait, they will pee, and again they will continue their play time. So you have to guide the puppy every time uh, they get up. And doctors also, sometimes the veterinarians also say that don't take your puppies outdoor till the time vaccines doesn't get over. But the problem is, with the entire vaccination course gets over by the age of 3.5 months to 4 months, and by that time the puppy has developed better toilet habits. And suddenly, if you start taking taking your puppy down on the road, or maybe on the ground, or on the soil also, they refuse to relieve themselves. So it's always better to introduce to different surfaces right from the beginning. And how you can do that, even if the veterinarians are saying that don't expose your puppy to outdoor environment too much, follow that routine and follow the safety. But there is no harm if you're taking your puppy in the parking, in the balcony, or if there is any safe environment, if you have a garden to your house, if you have garden in your society, you can just take the puppy down, let the puppy understand different surfaces, let him explore. So just 2 days back, I took Mahi to my facility, and for the first time in her life, she touched on the ground, she touched on the soil, she touched on the grass, and on all three surfaces, where the surface were wet, there was a dry surface, and there was a grass surface. So she explored onto each area, and within 2 hours of time, she relieved 3 times on each surface. So this is how you can build your puppy right from beginning. So then when the puppy grows 4 months, 5 months, they don't give you trouble. So now there are two ways of training, toilet training the puppy. One is hard training and one is soft training. In hard training, people have people decide that no matter what, my dog will never ever use the bathroom, and they will do their business only outside the house. So that then there comes a responsibility to give enough intervals to the dog, which is in the beginning, it has to be 6 to 8 times, and once the puppy gets adult, then it has to be at least 3 to 4 times, or sometimes it's 5 times also, depending on the season. Let me just check if we have any questions. I have eight dogs, and they all be at home. They're older dogs. What do I do? Uh, so Ritika is asking if she has 8 dogs. I would like to know their age. If they are puppies, then you can still train them. If they are adult dogs, then one by one you'll have to invest in a lot of time to retrain them, to do their business outdoor or at your desired place. Many people take, Ashwin is asking, many people don't take their dogs out of the house till 2-3 months. I guess I have answered this question, Ashwin. Then the next is, I have 4 indies. They do their business at my terrace. So as I said, it is entirely up to you whether how you want to do it. And that's the reason your rule book has to be ready before you get the puppy at home, before you get the dog at home. The toilet training actually starts first. It starts with the mother. Secondly, it starts with the breeder, or if it's a shelter dogs, then at the foster caregiver's place. And once the puppy is at your home, then it becomes your responsibility. So when all these 4 factors are talking same language, all these 4 factors are following the same guidelines, it becomes easier for the dog, for the puppy, to follow better toilet training habits. Now coming back to our soft training and hard training methods. So in the hard training, after 7 or 8 months of age, the owner starts refusing, that the dog is not allowed to do their business in the house, in the balcony, in the washroom anymore, and they act more, and they take their dogs out more often. So my elder dogs, they are hard trained. They don't use they don't use balcony. They don't use washroom. They don't use the no any other corner of my house. So every time we have to take them down. With Mahi also, I'm going to follow the similar procedure. When we talk about the soft training, in the soft training methods, the dog is allowed to use the washroom when the owners are not around, or whenever the dog wants to go. With that, with soft training also, you have to make sure that in future you are not going to change your mind, because when the puppy is young, around 2 to 3 months of age, the quantity of pee and poo is going to be smaller. Once the dog starts getting older, once this dog starts getting adult, according to the breed, the size of the pee, size of the poo is going to increase. So first of all, ask yourself if you are ready to keep yourself engaged into that cleaning routine every now and then. If you're okay with that, no man doesn't matter, but then you have to stick to that routine also. It's always better to keep the rules in black and white, rather than or yes or no, rather than keeping the dog in a confused state of mind. So it's entirely, Radha, it's entirely up to you if you want your dogs to do their business on the terrace. If you don't want to do that, then you'll have to discourage them, and you'll have to add more walking into their routine. So then this is how you can set it up, the routine, and set up the pattern in the dog's mind that, okay, I'm getting every 4 hours, every 5 hours, I'm getting enough intervals, so let me hold it. How the puppy also learns to hold the bladder is by the age of 6 to 7 months of time. The puppy has enough bladder control, and they can hold their bladder for a little longer time, and then gradually the puppy starts for holding the bladder for 2 hours, 3 hours, 6 hours also. Now people ask me, we take the dog out for a walk only 2 times or 3 times a day, is it okay or not? My question to those people, to those owners, is how many times we go to the washroom. So if I say that your intervals are restricted only once a day, is it okay? It is definitely not okay, because it's ultimately it's a body waste, and it's a chemical that the body is holding into the bladder. So the puppy need to go, the dog need to go more frequently. So with adult dogs, at least adult dogs should go for toilet for toilet things for at least four times. During winters, the older dog also gets a little loose bladder control. Then it's always better to give them more intervals. AK Mittal is asking, most of the trainers state that it is not possible to train a puppy beyond an age. Is it true? Then what is the age? Okay, when it comes to toilet training, things become little difficult, because toilet training is something that the trainer cannot train. Trainer cannot train within 45 minutes, because most of the trainer, we conduct the session for half an hour, 45 minutes, or up to 1 hour, 1.5 hours. But it's a natural process, and it keeps happening throughout the day. So the trainers can give you the tips, but ultimately it's the pet parent's duty to engage and to put in enough efforts in training your dog for better toilet habits. How do I train my 6 months old puppy to stop biting unnecessarily? The biting questions, can we take it later, so then we can stick to the topic today? How to stop them ripping training pads? Minas Khan is asking how to stop them ripping the training pads or the toilet pads. It's very common in the puppies, because they are always curious about different articles to chew on. So you can always guide them with the toys. You can redirect their chewing on the toys on different texture. At this particular age, between 3 months of age, the puppy needs something to chew on where they can actually puncture their teeth into the object. So you have to make sure what type of toys you are offering. If the puppy doesn't get that satisfaction of chewing, he may end up chewing or tearing something which is easier. So make sure you are offering multiple texture toys, multiple toys, and also if the toys are there all the time, then the puppy will lose interest from the toy very quickly. They will go more quickly or more often onto the toilet training pads because of our reactions. As soon as the puppy goes to that toilet paper, we start screaming at the puppy, saying no, 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 and then the puppy finds it little funny that okay, playing all by myself is little boring, but when I get onto the toilet pad, my owner starts screaming, so it's funny. So make sure that the enough toys are available for the puppy also. Generally, puppy loves water and cool place. That may be the reason of choosing washroom for comfort. Ideally, as I said, the puppy or the dog, they don't mess up where they are sleeping, where they are eating. So you have to make sure between those places also. If the puppy is choosing to sit in the washroom, then make sure that all the belongings and all the chemicals, shampoo, conditioner, the brushes, and all those articles are out of their reach. Pooja is asking, we have got a 60 days old golden retriever. She's very scared. She's just sleeping and eating, drinking water and biting a lot. It's been just 2 days and I'm also scared of her biting. Okay, it's not a biting, it's a teething phase, Pooja. I also have a young golden retriever at home, and I can very much relate to your worry. The puppies, they tend to sleep a lot during this particular phase. Also, this is age is known as I'm scared of everything. The puppy will be scared of everything. It's just a gradual socialization, gradual introduction to different sound, different smell, different texture. That is going to help. And in just 2 days, give puppy little time. Don't overdo things. Don't get worried about it. Let the puppy sleep, because 80% of the growth happens when the puppies are sleeping. Uh, okay, so Ashwin is asking, yes, but many makes a mistake of not training the pup, but they want the trainers to help at age of 4 to 5 months of age. There is a funny combination when it comes to toilet train a puppy which is 4 months or 5 months of age, where people often complain that we take our puppy down to the parking or down on the walk for pee and poo, but he doesn't do it, and we spend 40 minutes, we spend 1 hour, but puppy doesn't do anything. And as soon as we come back to our house, within a minute, within a 5 minutes of time, the puppy will relieve everything. The puppy will poo, puppy will pee, everything. That is because lack of exposure to the outdoor environment. As I said, that start taking your puppy down to the parking. Don't allow anyone to come closer. Don't allow your puppy to go and mix with other unknown dogs, other pet dogs also, if you want to keep it more sterile condition. But start taking puppy down very frequently, so then the puppy will learn that okay, in my life I'll be walking and I will be facing multiple surface. So that's how you can actually train the puppy. uh, a trainer definitely cannot train for toilet training habits. It's the owner's duty. The trainer can guide you how to make it happen, but the owners they have to put in enough efforts, and they have to make it time to time schedule. The best way to make a routine for the puppy is start noting down at what time the puppy is eating, at what time he sleeps, at what time he gets up, with in a day how many times he's eating, how many times he's pooping, how many times he's peeing. And once you set up the pattern, then start taking the puppy on your desired area where he's allowed to relieve. The more you guide the puppy, the better the results. We all grew up in a better toilet training habits, wherever you are. But most Indian can relate to particular sound which our parents used to make. So you don't have to make all those sounds with the puppy. But just you have to guide the puppy to go to that desired area. And once you make it sure, once you make that rule, then please stick to your rule. I have seen a lot of people change their rules as per their convenience, and then they start blaming the dog. I am a person who believes that don't blame the dog, blame the owner, because we have to be truthful, we have to be very much clear with our rule books, and that's how you can actually give the puppy more safe and secure lifestyle. Suraj is asking, I have a beagle and I tried using potty pads and newspaper for training, but it's not working out. Is there any better methods for training? Can you elaborate little more how it's not working, so then I can give you more input. Uh, Rashmi is asking, I still have 8 puppies and I don't know how should I potty train. Okay, so if you have 8 puppies at home, this is how, Rashmi, you can go about it. You can place a paper or a toilet pads at your desired area, and let encourage the puppy to come on that toilet pad or toilet area more frequently. And every time they gets up, you have to guide them, you have to encourage them. There is also the another way is soak the paper into a pea and place the paper at your desired corner. This the toilet training goes only by encouragement and only by following the strict schedule. So you have to guide the puppy to walk over onto the pee pad more frequently. So this is how I'm following, and today on my Instagram story I have posted a short video of Mahi also. So every time she gets up, I just guide her, I encourage her to walk over it, and when she starts sniffing it, um, it's the stimulation, and she relieves very quickly. There is another mistake that a lot of people do is they carry treats when they are going down for toilet training particularly, and the puppy is always focused on the treat. So you can carry the treat, but do not disturb your puppy when the puppy is sniffing on the ground, because the sniffing builds the stimulation, and that is going to help to relieve the puppy. As soon as they find their better corner or better area or the favorite smell, then only they will relieve. But just make sure that do not disturb your puppy if they are sniffing on the ground, because the sniffing helps to build that stimulation. 7-year-old GSD changes potty area in the park and sometimes doesn't do in the park, accidentally does on the road. It's not accidentally, sometimes it's the with the adult dog, it's the pressure building also. So it is absolutely okay if the dog is changing the spot on the walk. All we have to do is it's to clean after the pets always. Okay, dog food inquiries and dog food questions I'm not going to answer as of now. That you can ask and that you can refer on the next session also. Let me just see if we have any further question. Meanwhile, this puppy is sleeping next to me. We usually put potty pad on the pee wherever he does and place the potty pad in the balcony on the. We have tried the same with potty pads and newspaper. I hope this is working. Okay, there is a lot of questions. We have 2 months old lab. He has learned to pee on his pee pads, but he continues to poo everywhere. It's just a 2 months, Srikanth, it's just a 2 months old puppy, and they don't have that much control, they don't have that much sense also, although. So you have to guide the puppy. Just make sure, so usually after they eat, within half an hour, 45 minutes, they are going to relieve themselves again. So just make sure that at that particular time you are around the puppy, and you will that there are particular behaviors and particular signals where you can understand that the dog, if the puppy is going to pee or poop. So the minute dog starts sniffing on the ground, you can encourage the puppy, rather than doing there, do it here. Rather than doing there, do it here. And every time your puppy does it on your desired area, always praise the puppy later. Do not disturb the puppy. Do not scream if the puppy is doing his business on the pee pad. Do not get excited and scream out of excitement, because then you will scare the puppy and he will think that, okay, I did something wrong, and next time he will avoid following those things. You can always guide the puppy. You can always reward the puppy. You can praise the puppy post he's done. So make sure all you follow all those little tips, because toilet training really goes only by the encouragement and tips. You have to follow everything. Our puppy, okay, our puppy who is now 14 months is not able to hold her bowels, even though we go downstairs at 3 fixed times, but just we are about to leave and 10 minutes earlier than Natasha. If your dog is relieving himself just before you are going, this might not be just a toilet training issue, but this could be separation anxiety also. Sometimes dog does that business due to the stress level. I would like to know more about your dog, if it is really toilet training habit, or if it is if it is stress related issue. Okay, we have another question. I have 1-year-old golden retriever. She's literally made the living room her bathroom. I have tried taking her outside in the mornings and evenings, but she ends up doing her business in the house. Aaron, you have to give her frequent opportunities. So initially, this is how psychologically you can build a pattern in her mind, that every after 4 hours I will get an interval. Every after 4 hours I will get an interval. There is also the another way to deal with this problem is to you can consider the crate training, which is a great option, or you can start tying your dog. But when I say tie your dog, is not for multiple hours, but it's typically for a couple of minutes, just to understand if she's going to do her business when you are present there. So just make sure, as soon as you see, once you tie her at one particular place, and it has to be little closer to her sleeping area. Don't put her on a long line. It has to be a short line where she can just where your dog can just sit comfortably and doesn't get choked. Similar to what area the dog gets inside the crate. And as soon as you see any uncomfortable behavior, as soon as you see any sniffing on the ground, you can take your dog immediately down at your parking or on the walk immediately, and do not disturb. Do not shout at your dog. Don't lose your patience when you are typically working with the toilet thing. Do your business, do your susu, do your potty. If you keep on shouting at your dog on the walk, that just shuts the dog down, and they feel scared. So don't do that. Just keep walking. Let the dog sniff multiple points at multiple locations till the time they find a better corner, or their favorite corner. They are not going to relieve for sure. Also, a lot of dogs, they get toilet training troubles, particularly in the monsoon season, because everywhere it's wet. So there you can again look for a dry corner. If you have any dry basement area, then you can walk your dog over there also. But just make sure every time your dog poops, you have to clean after your pet is done. So don't leave the poop unattended over there. So let's be responsible pet owners. how many days it takes for a puppy to be toilet trained on an average? Asking this, as some people get really impatient. Toilet training is something which is really take little longer than any other trick training. You know, the learning the tricks is simple, but the toilet training, it takes a little longer. If you are consistent, if you are very particular about the rules, about the intervals, about the frequency of the walks, then for any puppy by 5 months of age, they are 90% toilet trained uh, on their desired areas. If you want to train your puppy to go down, then it will take little longer, but you have to make sure that you are giving them enough opportunity. So far I have bred 2 litters. I have taken 2 litters. One was golden retriever and one was Rottweiler. With both the litters, I started puppies training at the age of 17 and 19 days. And by the time the puppies were ready to go home, they were 90% toilet trained, and all they had to follow, the new family had to follow, is to keep the pee pads, keep the newspapers at their desired corner. And I never had a complaint from any of my the puppies family that okay, we are done with the toilet training habits, we are done with the mess, and we can't clean all these things all day long, so we just want to return the puppy. This is basic, this is very common reason when why people return the puppy to the foster caregiver or to the breeder also. So if you are holding a puppy, if you are taking care of a puppy, then make sure that you are investing your time in building up better toilet habits, so then the puppy will never come back to the source. So just make sure, and by age of 7 months, the puppy is fully toilet trained, and there won't be any further accidents. Accidents are going to happen till the dog is completely housebroken. So you have to be little patient. Don't lose your patience, and don't get angry. You can also compare the lifestyle of the kids which are using diapers for pretty long time. Kids which are using diapers, they are hard to toilet train, because for them, uh, the psychology is, it is okay to pee whenever they want, because the diaper will take care of their clothes, and the diaper will take care of everything. So those kids, they take little longer to get perfectly toilet trained. Okay, we have next question. Hope the pet parents are watching this episode. Okay, thank you so much. For how long the interval should be puppy for 3 months old sleep during the day? Mitali, I didn't understand your question. For how long interval should be a puppy 3 months old sleep during the day? 90% 90% of the time the puppy will be sleeping, and allow the puppy to sleep, because 80%, as I said again, that 80% of their growth happens when they are sleeping. So allow your puppy to sleep as much as they want. Typically with the large breed or the giant breeds, the schedule should be for their safety is, this is how I also follow: half an hour before food and 1 hour post food. There is no activity, there is no play session. The puppy has to sit back in their crate, in their at their whelping box also, wherever whatever your desired area is. But it is best to give them enough rest, because lot of time, if you the puppy gets hyper once they finish the food, because they gets energy, and sometimes with overexcitement, sometimes with unnecessary play, they tend to vomit out the food also. So it's always better to give inactive mode half an hour before food, and 1 45 minutes to 1 hour post feeding. So make sure, and it takes just 5 minutes. As soon as they finish the food, you can just guide the puppy to come onto the toilet pad, and they will relieve immediately. With the puppies, the best part of the puppy the toilet training is You can ask them 100 times and they will pee 100 times. I'll try and take multiple videos of toilet training with my golden retriever puppy also. So then you will get more idea how that encouragement has to happen. Uh, Anisha is asking how many times in a day we need to take puppy out for pee and poo. Okay, below 10 months of age, the puppy should go at least 5 to 6 times. Under 5 months of age, the puppy will pee more frequently, maybe 10 to 15 times a day. So make sure that you are giving enough intervals to the dog and to the puppy. Taking the puppy down 10 to 15 times is definitely not possible, definitely not practical also. So then, and that's the reason we have to train gradually with the better toilet habit. Then from the pee pad, you can shift your puppy to the balcony area or to the washroom area, but do not ask your dog to hold the bladder or to hold their pressure for longer, or don't just stop your dog for going to do their business. Twice a day or once a day interval is really inhuman, and personally I will take it as an animal cruelty, because you are forcing the dog to hold their bladder for such a long time. When we talk about humanizing the dog, in this particular situation, I will ask you to humanize yourself, and to put yourself in a doggy shoe. Can you hold your bladder for such a long time? And can you limit yourself to use the loo just once a day? Just think about it, and then you will understand why it is necessary to allow the dog to go for the toilet breaks more frequently. The dog should, every after 4 to 5 hours, it is necessary. You don't have to walk every time, you don't have to take your dog on a walk for 45 minutes. The pee poo break has to be, they can be just 5-10 minutes long. That is more than enough. And then for the exercise, you can walk as much as you want. uh, yeah, I have seen my friend's dog pee when the owner comes to pet them. What do you think of it? Why does it happens? Uh, I have seen it happens when the owner also tries to pet them. So the we this is very common in puppies. This is also very common in juvenile dogs also. They tend to pee out of excitement. They tend to pee out of submission. They tend to pee out of extra hyperactivity. So to reduce that particular habit is again it's all about control management. If you are aware that some guests are going to come at your place, it's always better to take your dog for a quick toilet break, just 10 to 15 minutes before. You can ask your guest not to show too much of excitement, or not to show too much of loud body gestures, because certain dogs, they are sensitive towards loud body gestures. Certain dogs, they are sensitive towards loud noises also. I have seen dogs who tend to pee when the humans used to display with so much of screaming and so much of excitement. Ah, puppy, so nice to see you, and the puppy used to pee. So you control your emotions, and you can control the doggy's activity and the doggy response also. And she is my 11 and a half years old, my elder dog, Millie. Millie, say hi to everyone. Okay, okay. Let okay. Wait. Wait okay. Enough. Go away. So you have to control your emotions, you have to control your energy, and that will, you can bring down that particular behavior. A lot of time also, it's advisable to ignore the dog if the dog has this particular habit of peeing when someone is approaching for the petting purpose. But with the age also, it will reduce. Just control your emotions. Natasha is asking, it could be stress related as, okay, so she gets overexcited, pees and poos when playing the ball. Okay, I'm answering so many questions. Oh my God. In case if in case we are traveling for a couple of days and have to leave the puppy with a friend, can we train the puppy to use the poop pads? Okay, if you suddenly change into the toilet training habits, things can go wrong and things cannot go as per your plan. So it's always better to stick to the plan and just make sure that whoever is going to take care of your puppy is willing to put in that much effort. It shouldn't be the case that after handing over the dog, after handing over your puppy to your friend, your toilet training is going on a downside. So a lot of time clients also, they ask me if they can board their dog at my kennel for the toilet training purpose. It is absolutely the bad idea to hand over your dog to somebody for toilet training habit, because I can train your dog to follow the toilet training habits at the kennel environment, but I cannot guarantee, and that's not going to happen, that once the puppy is back at home, the puppy is not going to follow the similar routine what we used to follow at the kennel. So as a owner, it is for the toilet training, owners are primarily responsible for everything. So for the behavior, for the obedience commands, for the behavior training, trainers can help, but for the toilet training, it's entirely pet owner's responsibility. And once that starts going wrong, then a lot of problems can happen in the coming future also. Sanmitra is asking, also when outdoor, can we prevent puppies pooping on concrete surface like in society road, because people complain? Sanmitra, people complain because pet owners doesn't clean after their puppies are after their dogs are done with their business, and that's why the people complain. We have to respect to the community. Not everyone is dog lover, not everyone is dog hater, but a lot of times adamant nature of pet owners can build the hatred in the non-dog haters community. So there are people who likes dog, who like pets. There are people who doesn't like at all, and there are people who hates the animal. So for our own pet safety and for the community, we have to be responsible pet owners. And once you start cleaning, let people see that you are following responsible methods and you are not you and your pet is not creating any maze. They will not complain. But somewhere the pet owners they have to take that responsibility of cleaning after the pets. Can we train 1-year-old Saint Bernard? Sanad, if you can state your question more in detail, I will be able to answer. My dog is 1 year old but still not toilet trained, and nowadays he pees in my kitchen. Uh, for everyone who are asking that the dog has crossed the juvenile stage and now they are getting into the adulthood and not and still not following the better toilet training habits, I would like to know how much efforts you all are putting, because our expectations is that the dog should do everything whatever is expected. As a human, as a pet owner, what are we doing for them? It is our duty to give them enough intervals. It is our duty to give them enough opportunities. If you are not able to take the dog down for the walk, then you can arrange some secondary help. It's entirely the family member's responsibility. I'm a person, I don't go with the dog walker so comfortably, so I walk my dogs all by myself. Uh, with my elder dog, sometimes I have to take her 5 times, and once the dog gets adult, they tell you, when if they want to go, they start telling you that okay, I want to go, there is a pressure building and I can't hold it for longer. So usually, and once you set up the routine, you have to stick to that routine. Having a pet, it teaches you a better time management and better organization skills. Your home gets well organized and your timetable gets well organized. So when you have one dog or when you have multiple dogs, you are automatically, you starts getting up early in the morning by 5:30, 6 o'clock. So by quarter to 6 we are down on the walk, and by 6:30 we are up, and I'm having my tea. The dogs are resting in the balcony, and once they are done, so actually between 4 to 5 times intervals are really necessary for all the dogs, irrespective of their age, irrespective of their breed. uh, Okay, so Cherian says, I start toilet training in the whelping box. I have one side of the box to sleep with the mat and other side. Yes, that's a perfect example. And I have also mentioned that the breeder really starts toilet training habits right at the age of 15 to 17 days onward. Because first it's the mother, and second is the breeder or the foster caregiver, and the third is the new family. So we all have to be on the same page for the better results, for the fast results also. And what Cherian has explained, I follow the similar methods for the toilet training habits at my place also, when I had my litter at home. And there was a time when I had 9 Rottweiler puppies, and once I had 5 golden retriever puppies, and not even once I had my house stinking with the urine smell. Not at all. Not even once. People never complain, because I had multiple visitors when they used to come to see the puppies, to meet the puppies, to play with them, and no, not even once anyone complain about it. So it's really important to follow the better toilet training habit with the, again, I'm just going here and there with this toilet training habit as per the questions. With the soft training methods, you have to accept one fact, and you have to consider one fact, that your house is going to smell little bit different if your dog is reliving in the balcony or in the washroom, because as the dog grows, their urine is going to smell little stronger. The quantity is also going to get bigger, so make sure you are ready for it. With the male dogs, sometimes the accidents do happens when they start marking, and then suddenly you will see the dog has marked in the bedroom, on the curtain, on the fridge, on the wardrobe, on any of the wall, any of the corner or the pillars also. So you have to prepare yourself, and the earlier the better. So from day one you have to put in that much efforts, and from day one you have to start training your puppy for better toilet training habits. Inderbir Kaur is asking, when is an ideal time after delivery we can sterilize the dog? Okay, the doctor can ask this question. Mitali is asking, how long after eating food should we take him down, or immediately? Uh, it's entirely depends. So as a pet owner, all you have to do is you have to note down patterns for one whole week, and within a week time you will understand how frequently your puppy is relieving himself, within how much time your puppy is doing poo, within how much time after eating he is doing pee and poo, as soon as he gets up, within how much time. Usually with the puppies, as soon as they get up, it is best to encourage them on and allow them to walk over the pee pad. Lot of time I see that people lift the puppy and put the puppy on the toilet pad. Don't do that. Encourage the puppy to walk over, because that walking also helps to follow the scent. As soon as they come onto the toilet pad, the texture, they understand the texture which is familiar for them. Once they start sniffing, within 2 to 3 seconds the puppy will relieve very quickly. And once it is done, then you can praise your puppy verbally that it is a good boy. It's a good girl. And similar thing you can follow when you are taking your puppy outdoor. Can you speak more about hard training your puppy? If you really want to work out the hard way on the toilet training habits, then you have to give that much time. You have to give enough opportunities with hard training methods. You have. I used to take my dog out for at least 7 to 8 times in the beginning, and then now the routine is we go down at 6 o'clock, then between 1 to 2, then between 5 to 6, then between 9 to 10, and now the dogs have understood within a year the dog gets to know that the pattern, and the dog gets to know that okay, within this much of time I'm going to get the interval, so I can hold the bladder. But you have to give enough time also, because with age, with the puppy will have better bladder control and better bladder holding capacity. At early age, like below 5 months of age, the puppy really doesn't have that much bladder holding capacity. So suddenly during the play they will stop, they will pee, and they will continue uh, with their game. So time to time. So right now what I'm doing is, every after 2 hours I'm encouraging the puppy to come onto the pee pad, and she does it. So if for example, if Mahi is peeing 10 times in a day, it's hardly once the accident happens and she does it on the floor, and then I have to clean it only once. But other than that, in each room I have put the toilet pad, and so wherever she is, she has the access to that toilet pad. And just make sure that you will clean it also. Don't leave the poop on the toilet pad for the next poop to happen. No, as soon as it is done, you have to clean it and you have to just discard it, because everyone needs a clean and neat spot for the nature call. You have to respect, and we have to respect that. Okay. Let's go down. Should we wake up the dog, or oh, don't wake up the dog for toilet. So you can stick to your feeding routine, and for any particular to set up any particular pattern. 1 week is enough for the dog or for the puppy to understand, or couple of repetitions also enough to understand that okay, this is how it works. So once you stick to your routine, um, the it's like a setting up a body clock, and once the body clock is into the action, then automatically things starts falling into the place. So don't wake up the puppy for doing their toilets. Let the puppy sleep, and as soon as they get up, then take the puppy on the toilet pad. Can we please see Mahi? Okay, let me call her. Mahi. So this is how I'm training for a recall. Hello, Publish. Hello, Publish. People want to see you. See, people want to see you. Say hi to everyone. Yes. 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 And now Millie is also here. Everyone is here. Everyone is here, and everyone deserves a better treat. And now Maya is also here. Maya, here. So she goes very well with all my dogs and cats, and it's very interesting how they learn. Uh, you know that there's a quote that once you have a dog, you always have a dog, and you can't stop with one dog. Every dog teaches you something or the other in a great way. Yes, I'm talking about you. Wait. Now let me continue with this. Okay, I hope I'm answering. I really don't know how this session is going, because I'm talking all alone and I love to chatter non-stop. My question was, for 14 months old puppy who does pee and poo before her fixed walk time. She looks relaxed and not stressed. She can't control her. Okay, peace when the play ball. How to reduce the stressor? Maybe you can instead of keep making your fixed time schedule, you can just be flexible and follow how your dog is comfortable at particular time. So if your dog is peeing or pooping at 12 o'clock, start taking your dog down at that particular time, and rather than sticking to your own routine, just help your dog little bit to understand things little better. Are you going to Rana? Mahi is with me right now. Okay. My Saint Bernard, please. Okay. Okay. Let me. There are so many. Hi Ruhi. Okay. Gayatri is asking. Some people say pets should be taken out just 2 times a day. Is that sufficient? But my dog is always wanting to go out. He loves outdoor walks and does pee same time. Uh, Again, I would say the same thing, that every time when you say that it is, I will take my dog out only for twice or only for once, just ask yourself, can you limit your intervals only once? If you can hold your bladder for that long, hello Mahi, what are you doing? If you can hold your bladder for that long, then there is no harm. But it's a body waste, and if you don't allow your dog to relieve, to take out those body waste, those chemicals from his system, then you will end up treating your dog more often for UTI. Dogs with bad toilet training habits, uh, using dirty area, or less. Hello, let me talk. Arey, wait, Millie. What? Wait, don't do that. No, enough. Yeah. So dogs with bad toilet training habits, by bad toilet spots, they tend to pick up urinary tract infection very often. So make sure that the dog uses very clean and neat spot, and also you are giving enough intervals to the dog also. So I'm totally against of taking dogs out only once or twice. At least for adult dog also, it has to be minimum 3 to 5 times. Can you please share tips on retraining a dog to pee on a spot inside the house? For dogs who are trained to go outside will you have to be very consistent, and as I said that before even the puppy arrives at your home, you have to make sure with your rule books, don't change your rules as per the situation changes. Now my dog has grown up. Now I can't pick up that much poop, and it's very dirty. So now I want my dog to do his business downstairs. No, you can't do that. Whatever you want to do, you have to start training towards, you have to start the journey towards your destination. You can't change your direction in a midway, and suddenly you can't change your plan as per your liking. No. So I have seen pet owners who suddenly stopped their dog from using the bathroom, especially with the female dog, as soon as they come into the heat, as soon as they come into the season. So in Indian culture, we still have those beliefs. So it's always better to give them their own natural, hello, give them their natural way to deal with the situation. Please do not follow human rituals over dog. For dog, getting into the season is absolutely normal, and there is no need to isolate the female. There is no need to give her any separate treatment during, particularly rather during the heat time. The female would want to go more frequently because of the hormonal changes. So make sure that you are giving enough intervals to your dog. Here, Mahi, here. Yeah. Let me quickly go to further questions, and I think Natasha, I have 14 months old cocker puppy. Okay, 14 months old cocker is not a puppy anymore. He's getting into the adult. So you can remove the toilet pad, and you can guide him with the better methods. Encourage your dog to use the bathroom, use the balcony surface directly, rather than using the toilet pads, because toilet pads, excessive toilet use of toilet pad is also not environmental friendly, because ultimately it's a there is a plastic in it. So okay, let me go questions. There are so many hard, so many. Okay. Do dogs take revenge by peeing inside the house? I won't say. Karthik Vaidyan is asking, do dogs take revenge by peeing inside the house? I won't say it as a revenge. With the adult dog, as a pet owner, it is your duty to look after the sudden change into the behavior, sudden change into the routine. If you have changed your home, and if you have a dog at home, then for first few days, couple of times, the dog, especially the male dog, may end up marking into that house because it's a new place for him. Anything that you feel that, okay, suddenly this has happened, suddenly the dog has started peeing randomly in the house, there is no fixed routine, sometimes there will be a lot of urine, sometimes there will be a less urine, then you have to go to the vet. Sometimes things which are medical conditions, that you can't change medical conditions by training a dog or by doing a behavior work with the trainer. So anything happens suddenly, any particular change, any sudden change in the toilet habits, always check up with the vets if the dog has any urinary infection, because that's the primary sign, and that's the basic sign when the dog and when the puppy starts peeing, and in a very smaller quantity, and more frequently. Sometimes there is a blood in it, so make sure that the dog is medically clean. There are dogs who actually pee inside the house due to fear issues. So for that purpose, you need to have a behavior program on board, and those can be tackled only through behavior work. I hope I have answered all your questions, and I hope we have covered whatever we wanted. So if you have any further questions, you can always get in touch with me, and also follow Mahi's toilet training toilet training on Instagram. I'll try and put in more videos of her, and we take your leave now. I hope you all enjoyed the toilet training session interestingly, and I hope I have answered all your questions. Thank you so much, guys, for coming online. And I'm feeling a little funny because I'm talking all alone. Okay, now we'll take just last question. I have female Dalmatian. She's very good and listening, but she's not uh, allowing outside doctors to touch her injections treatment. What should I do? You can take your dog to the veterinary clinic, because sometimes dogs behave better in the veterinary clinic. So take your dog to the clinic. It is okay for kids, 9-year-old dog. Yes, absolutely. If it's a just make sure that you're also teaching good habits to your kids also, that every time they clean up your pet, they will wash their hands, and they will maintain, and they will follow all the hygiene for their own sake also. Thank you so much, guys. I hope I have answered all your questions. And if you have any further queries, you can always reach out to me. You can always message on Dogspot also, or get in touch with me personally. Okay, have a happy weekend and don't forget to follow Mahi's update on toilet training. Thank you. Goodbye.